What's up everyone, how's it going? Today's video is going to be a tutorial on arbitrage. It's going to be for beginners basically, for those guys who don't know what arbitrage is, kind of new to crypto and want to learn more about it. This is going to be a tutorial for you. So today we're going to be using the platform on the News Crypto site, the little platform here, and if you go over to the side here and you go over to professional and you scroll down, you see they've got an arbitrage section, so you click on that and it brings up this screen here. Now to start off, I'm going to explain a little bit what arbitrage is for those of you guys that don't understand it. And what it basically is that because of differences in supply and demand, the prices for certain coins is slightly different on different exchanges. So there can be price variations between different exchanges, and sometimes they can be quite large, and therefore buying on one exchange for a cheaper price and then moving it to another exchange and then selling it for the higher price can be profitable. So if you have a look at the interface here, the dashboard for the arbitrage, you can see how it kind of works. So the News Crypto platform kind of does everything for you. So there's no need to, because otherwise what you would normally do, so if we just go over to CoinMarketCap for a second, in order to find these opportunities, basically these fluctuation in prices, you would just have to go to somewhere like CoinMarketCap. You would have to choose like a random coin, like Polkadot, and then if we go on to market, and we can see all the places, decentralized and decentralized exchanges where this coin is available, and you can see the price here. So if I click on price, you can see that brings up the most expensive. So Polkadot is the most expensive on the Warriors exchange, the WazirX exchange, sorry, and that's at price of $17.68. Now if you scroll down and go to the bottom, you will see now that on different exchanges elsewhere, it's actually much cheaper. You can get it, the same amount of Polkadot on the Bit Global exchange for $16.33. So if we go back up, you're looking at about over $1 difference between the two, which is quite a big percentage. And basically, in a nutshell, what you're going to do is you're going to buy Polkadot, on the cheapest exchange here on Bit Global for this price. Then you would exchange it over to this exchange here, and then you would sell it at that price. Now, obviously, that's kind of it in a nutshell, and that's the basics, but there is more to it, and it does get a little bit more complicated because you have to take into consideration certain things like transfer fees and gas and that kind of stuff. That all adds up. So it's important that you calculate all this before it happens, because you might see a good opportunity like there. You see there's over $1 difference in the price, but then by the time you have made the transactions, you have sent it to a wallet, which is then sent to the other exchange. You add up all those fees from the transactions and the gas, and then maybe at the end of it, you don't earn as much money as you think, or you maybe even lose money because you're spending too much money on the transactions. So there are lots of things to take into consideration. Another thing to take into consideration is to be careful about the exchange that you're using, and basically how much volume is being traded on that exchange and the liquidity that is available. All this is important because if you're gonna, sometimes there might be a huge price discrepancy between two exchanges, but one of the exchanges, one for a really good price, might have basically no volume and no liquidity, which means that you're not going to be able to make your trades like you want to, and you're going to get stuck in that exchange, and who knows how long you're going to get stuck in that exchange for, and the prices could vary before you're actually able to finally finalize your transaction, and therefore you could end up losing some money. So it's always important as well, you don't take too much of a risk, and you make sure you're using an exchange that has enough volume and enough liquidity so your transactions can go through. Going back to the subject of transfer fees, I mean, doing this all off the top of your head can be a little bit difficult. So here I found a nice little spreadsheet here that can help you calculate that. So if you can put the trading fee in from each exchange, which is usually 0.1 if it's a centralized exchange, but obviously you'd have to then check with each centralized exchange individually and find out their trading fees. Usually for a centralized exchange, it's 0.1, and you would put that in. And then you'd also put in like the buy price and the sell price and all the different information, because the fee as well, the coin withdrawal fee, because obviously you need to send it to a wallet, but then sending it to another exchange, and that costs gas. That's what makes, for example, if you're choosing a coin on the Ethereum network and you need to send it to, through the Ethereum network, you've got to understand that the Ethereum network is very, very, very expensive, and that usually it makes the trade not worth it. So usually you should stick to coins that are traded on cheaper exchanges, any sort of layer 2 blockchains, kind of like the Binance Smart Chain, anything like that, generally are the ones that you should stick to when doing these arbitrage trades. So now we've gone over a little bit of the basics, we'll go over to the platform again. So now, like I said before, usually to find these opportunities, you would have to individually go into the coins, have a look at the different markets, and kind of find manually yourself. Now these guys at News Crypto, they created the platform that does this all automatically for you. So if I refresh the page now, we know that exactly at this point in time, once this finally refreshes, there we go. So exactly at this point in time now, there's a 47% price discrepancy on Zcash. So I know that if I bought Zcash right now on Gemini, and then I sold it as fast as I could on Poloniex exchange, then I can make almost 50%. Now, I'm saying that, but one thing that you have to do, like I said before, as soon as you see these opportunities, the first thing you need to do is you need to have a look at Zcash over on CoinMarketCap. And you need to see Zcash. I can actually remember this coin launching on Binance at one point, and I'm sure I bought it. Zcash, is this the one? Most probably. ZDC, yep, this is it. And you can see, it's a Binance Smart Coin, which this is quite a good opportunity then. So if you see the price is actually $141. So if you did have some money on Gemini, now, and you could go over quick onto Gemini, and if you could actually buy this at $74 quickly, this would be a really good opportunity, because you could send it through the Binance Smart Chain over onto this exchange here, and then sell it for double your money. So yeah, just looking now, it's a really good opportunity. It's a shame that I can't. I'm busy making this video and I can't make advantage of that myself. But yeah, so that's kind of in a nutshell how it works. Now these guys over at News Crypto, they've got a bunch of exchanges that they use to find this information out. So you can see the amount of tokens they've got listed is crazy. They just keep going and going and going and going. They've got loads of different tokens that you can trade. And here's the exchanges. So to make the most out of this, and to make sure you're always getting in all the good opportunities, you need to make an account in all of these exchanges. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 exchanges that it uses. So you want to make sure you have an exchange on every single one of these to make sure that you can take advantage basically of all of these. So yeah, at the moment Zcash is the one. If you can buy it on Gemini at that price, is just insane. And then you can sell it at pretty much on all the other exchanges, and you will definitely make money on it. Let's have a look at some different ones. Yeah, it's an 8%, which is quite nice. If you bought stake on this exchange, you could sell it at much more expensive on this one again. So we'll have a look at stake. It was this one, wasn't it? And okay, so you see this one, this is an Ethereum based one, so maybe you'd probably avoid this one, because even though it says you're going to make 8% of the price difference, the amount of money that it costs to the transactions and the gas is going to be a lot more expensive. So before doing an Ethereum one, make sure you use something like this to calculate whether you're actually going to be in profit or not before you go ahead and doing it. And yeah, so that's basically in a nutshell. This is arbitrage on centralized exchanges. I mean, there is different types of arbitrage that you can do on decentralized exchanges, or also just on one centralized exchange itself. Like for example, Bitcoin trades with multiple pairs. Say for example, we choose BitMEX. So if you go over onto BitMEX exchange, um, and you want to trade Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin will have lots of different trading pairs because it's a popular cryptocurrency, right? So you'll be able to trade it with Ethereum, with Tether, with Binance BNB, and all these different coins you'll be able to trade Bitcoin with, and there will be discrepancies between the value of Bitcoin between them, and sometimes it can be large enough that it can be advantageous to buy the cheapest one and then sell the more expensive one. Again, make sure that you take the 0.1 trading fee into consideration, because I think you would have to do you have to do one, two, at least three transactions until it's complete. So you need to take that into consideration before. But as long as the price discrepancy is big enough between each one, then you can profit like that as well. And so yeah, so if you guys are new and want kind of a platform to kind of help you learn the basics in crypto. These guys at News Crypto have got a nice platform. They've got lots of different tools. They say I just went over arbitrage today. I will be doing more videos on different ones here. As you can see, this is a good platform and how you can take advantage of differences in price between different exchanges. And so yes, I think that's everything for today. Thanks for listening, guys, and until next time, bye.